is your boy 12. NYNU, New York next up. In the NYC right now.
What up, YouTube and all my YouTubers? It's your boy 12 Vision. Y'all know the vibe. It's not a vibe, it's a big vision, man. I'm in here right now with BRAVADO. Dopest designers coming out of NYC. And we're gonna talk about his brand, Who Decides War. And quick question, like, that's an extremely dope name for a brand, Who Decides War. How did you come up with that?
Well, me and my partner, Taylor, it was just, I wanna say, just like a lot of soul searching. Mm-hmm. It's in a song, and if you know the song, you'll hear it.
Understood.
And it was like one of I think it's my favorite song. I have like a couple of names we just had to rebrand due to some legal purposes.
Understood.
So that was the next thing.
I love it though, because it's a statement like, who decides war, like for real.
Yeah.
Like, it's really like, it goes on bigger than the brand, bigger as your brand, and it goes on for like who really get to decide war? Who decides that? Like, why do people get to decide war? I love that for your brand. I love it. This is the brand right here, one of the jeans that I have on. We at the pop-up right now for the Evisu installment right now. That's for the culture right now. This is the designer himself right here, and I get to ask him a few questions, and I wanted to ask you, like, coming out of New York City, dealing with denim. You killed the denim game, bro. Like, literally kill it with the distress. All your denim are like art pieces to me. Can you explain to me, when you are working on your denim, like, is it, you're not trying to be like nobody else. You're a trendsetter pretty much.
Well, a lot of the inspiration comes from my upbringing. So I was raised in the church. My dad's a minister and my grandmother's a minister.
Understood.
So I was always in church, like played the keyboard, was like in charge of like the youth ministry, like all that. So like I was pretty much always raised in faith. Mm-hmm. So, you know, as you go through life and, you know, you had to figure things out for yourself, you know, you start to go through things. So one thing that always kept me, you know, steady or just on
grounded?
The right path and grounded, so to speak, was just like faith and like, you know, the word, the Bible. So.
It's a strong word.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're saying that, because your designs they speak volume, bro. Like, they speak volume in art, they speak volume in design. Like, I can't just say like, you're an artist, you make dope stuff. You really are for the culture right now. Like, you tapped in with all of your designs, if you ask me. Like, you're a highlight for me, and I'm gonna keep on saying that. For NYNU, New York next up is BRAVADO. These creations are beyond ahead of his time right now. We in 2021, he's a millennial. He's killing right now, killing. One of the questions my lady told me to ask, are you thinking about making children clothing?
At this time and period, for a few friends, for my own child, my son Judah, yeah,
right,
for sure.
Super dope.
But we really want to establish the menswear right now, and then journey into women's wear, and then maybe that might be the next step.
Okay.
But right now it's not in our immediate plans, but definitely for like friends and family, like we definitely do like special like things as gifts. Pieces,
yeah. That's dope. And I see you're a big family man too. Like, you really are about your family and about you and your business. Like, if anytime I see you out in the world, in Soho, in the streets, it's only about business. You taking care of something, or you coming out of the Webster where they carry your clothes pretty much. That's where I seen you come out of, the Webster. Plenty of times before I knew who you were. And a friend of mine, D knows, he always would tell me like, yo, that's his brand is in there.
Shout out to D.
Thank you.
That's a major homie. Shout out to D. Like,
yes,
we go way back like 2012, 13, but shout out to him.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, family is very important, because I was raised in the church, and everyone there is pretty much family or like an extension of family. Right. So, you know, me and my fiance Taylor, she comes from a big family too, and we both hold a lot of the same values.
Okay.
She comes from a bigger family than I, in terms of like immediate. She has like 5 siblings.
Okay.
But it's the way that everyone looks out for each other, the way that, you know, like you could trust
The
these
unity.
people. Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's, I think family is all we have. And of course, it's like I have my friends, but at the end of the day, you know, it's not about me, it's about setting up those people, my family. You know, we're set up an opportunity to bring change in like everyone's lives.
And that's what you're doing. That's why I say you're a major trendsetter, bro. A major trendsetter. Because even you speaking of your family and helping others come up in the world from your designs and your creations is amazing, bro. For people to know like who you are and what your brand is, you wear it from head to toe and you kill it, bro.
You have to, because, you know, as Black people, we dictate the trends.
Yes,
you know,
I'm glad you said that.
About since like Ye breaking down doors and then V being at LV, are we giving the credit and the...
And that's your boy, everybody. V is his boy, Virgil is his boy. Virgil shouts him out. I done seen them in Paris together. Like, Virgil to be at where he's at right now and to have another Black entrepreneur who he is amazing, man. Like, I'm gonna keep on saying that, and I'm gonna let you speak on.
But nah, Charles V is like a mentor to me. Like, my dad's my biggest mentor, and then he would be like second.
Right.
But like, shout outs to him. But as I was saying, like, as Black people, we are like the trendsetters and the people who dictate like
what's hot and what's not.
So with that being said, you know, I'm not gonna put on something that I know derives from our culture or that is not putting the proper people in our culture where they need to be when they're just following trends, you know. And I'm at the place now where it's like, if it's not like the homies brand or something that I really feel connected to, I don't truly wear it because I just feel like
everybody's just following each other right now.
Yeah, but I mean, there's certain things I do like that I was just like the Lanvin shoes, like I love those. Yeah. I love them, but like so many people, like I like being from New York, you know, like
you're a trendsetter.
Yeah, you gotta like
step out.
If I didn't do it first or like second, even it's like I can't put it on because it's like now you just doing like what everyone else
and
has done.
Glad you said that. I want to ask you, where are you from out of NYC?
So I was actually born in Brooklyn, but I was raised out in Long Island. So that's like on the cusp of like Queens and Nassau County. So
I want to rep big Brooklyn, man. You got a dope Brooklyn style, man. But
I'm in Brooklyn now. Like I'm always in and out of Brooklyn, but I can't like really rep Brooklyn because I didn't spend like my formative years there. Excuse me.
It's Long Island?
It's Long Island, Elmont, 516.
Okay.
You know? I do have a lot of ties in BK. I live in BK now, and I have been for like the last 5 years. So Elmont's where it's at, man. That's like where I went to high school. That's where where you go. People like knows like that's the hometown right there.
I want to ask another question. Your lady, does she play a big role in your brand?
Yeah, of course. We're partners. So basically, we run Who Decides Word together. So basically.
Big shout out to her.
Yeah, of course. Taylor, like she knows, and everyone knows her and her role within the brand. We basically run everything together. So,
and that shows a lot through Instagram because my lady recognized that. She said, listen, when you go do that interview, you definitely asked, does his lady help you? And I'm like, how do you know that? She like, you're not paying attention to him enough. She's into it as much as you're into it right now, and that's why y'all are dope partners together.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's about to be her time to shine because we're about to do this women's wear, and that's where I feel like we really get to push the boundaries, and she's like the main forefront behind that, so it's
one
really
of your
about
sayings
to get crazy.
You used to say, I'm not a model, but she is. You would say that. I caught that on the gram a couple times, so now that's about to happen, she's gonna do a lot of modeling for the female?
Nah, she's gonna be doing the designing.
Okay, so y'all are two dope designers.
Yeah, and that's how we linked up actually, was to design together, and then, you know, one thing led to another. You know, here we are now running the business. We have Judah, our 3-year-old.
Congratulations.
You know, so just one thing at a time, but you know, she's there every step of the way. Like this whole installation, she came up with the concept of making the denim pieces live as art.
Wow.
So, you know, like, of course I design the clothes, but when it comes to like presenting and like telling the story, I can't take credit for that.
Understood.
You know? So it's really the
give
team.
that to your partner.
Of course.
Salute to both of y'all, if you ask me. And what do you see your brand in the next 5 to 10 years? On top of the world.
I mean, wherever God decides to take us, you know, I'm a vessel. So at the end of the day, like wherever he wants to take us, whatever channels, whatever conduit it is, like I leave it up to him.
Understood.
I really don't like to say, of course I would like to be, you know, designing for a house or something like that.
You will be.
You know?
We're gonna speak it into an existence.
In time.
Yes.
I just want to right now I just want to set up, you know, a future and security for like all of those around me immediately.
And that's thinking real big. That's thinking ahead of your time right now. Because people only think for self sometimes. Like when they get in positions like how you went, all they want to do is stunt in front and just show off. You're really like about your business, really about family and brand. And that's amazing to me, and that's like trend setting. Like I'm gonna keep on saying that you're a big trendsetter to me. You don't follow any waves, bro, and you create the waves. And that's why I'm so happy to get this interview from you. Right now is like beyond amazing to sit here with you in this installment.
Likewise, bro.
Man. Like you
Facts.
Like how do you feel about that? Like
I feel it's kind of crazy because like the name was always like brought up. It was like, yo, you should work with them. Like people were like, yo, I got this opportunity, and it never like really panned out. But we just threw like a pair up on the internet, and then it went crazy. And then, you know, the rest is history.
That's good.
It was just really dope to connect with them because, you know, I love Japan, I love Tokyo, I love the scene, and that's where Vizu originates from. So like being out there and seeing like the capitals and Ibizu and like that heritage as a person who does denim really
that
solidified like our stake in like the denim world, really.
Okay.
So it's dope, man. I hope we get to do some more stuff. Not a $500 sweater. It's not a $750 sweater. And it might not even be a $1,000 sweater. This might be a $1,500 sweater right here. You see how many pieces we have? You know how long one of these takes? And then you gotta sew it on? How long that takes? Don't complain about the prices.
Hey, it's your boy Chippy. I'm here at Vessel 2021. Cool designer boy by BRAVADO. Let's get some tickets!
Aphrodite, then discuss, her rapper messy colors. Nah, never become business. I love Aphrodite, then discuss, her rapper messy colors. Never become business. I love it when you couscous. Love it when you couscous. Love it when you couscous. Couscous. I love love it when you couscous. Love it when you couscous. Love it when you couscous. 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 Love it. 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 Love. I love it when you couscous. Love it. 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 Love. I love it when you couscous. Love it. Love. I love it. Love. I love it. Love. I love it when you love it. Love. Love it. Love. I love it when you couscous. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love. I love it when you couscous. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. I love it when you couscous. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. Love it. Love. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love. I love it.
Please, let's get some chicken. I want chicken for Benihana.
Love it, 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 love. I love it when you couscous.
Who Decides War? Out now. Yo, I'm gonna just name my album now, you heard? I'm gonna name my album Who Decides War.
I'm excited just being in your circumference, man. Do you have any advice for young entrepreneurs that's coming up, any designers?
It always sounds corny, but it's like it's trial and error. Because when I started, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to design. So I did a lot of referencing and a lot of like soul-to-soul copying. Okay. But through that, like you find your voice and your identity. So like you'll see like a lot of kids on the internet who are just starting out, and you'll be like, well, that looks like that, and that looks like that, because they're just starting out. They're like just getting new to fashion and doing research. So it takes time to like identify like a true brand, unless you've like went to school or like you've worked under someone. If you're just like doing it, like of course you're gonna reference or whatever. But I'll say trial and error until you find like your DNA and what separates you from everyone
everybody
else in the room. And then once you find that thing, don't deviate from it.
Okay.
Make the
the
money.
best of it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Like milk it out. And then, find a team. That's another one. You can't do everything yourself.
By yourself.
Yeah, just find a team, find people you trust. Hopefully at the time you start, if you're not turning a profit, hopefully the people that you work with could see the vision for the future and can be invested in it without, looking for a payout.
Understood.
Right then and there,
So it's a lot of trial and error when you're pretty much starting anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right.
Travis Scott, when he first started rapping,
Right.
he sounded like Kid Cudi and
Yes,
Kanye West.
he did. Yes,
But then now he's like
his own sound.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So it happens with in any field of art.
Can I ask you what the sixes is for? Or are they nine?
The anti-666. So in
Okay.
the Bible it says that when the Antichrist comes, which basically in Revelation, and speaking to the future, that he will mark every person on earth with the mark of the beast, which is 666.
Understood.
And you'll see that on a lot of clothing and
That's why I
streetwear.
asked.
So it's it was just my way of canceling out that energy.
Understood.
Because people, and
So
not
negative.
people, but the Bible says that's the number of the mark of the beast and of the devil. So that's where that derives from.
The purple and green, oh man. What would you call that? I call
the stained glass.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that, bro. I love that on
Thank
your
you.
jeans. What do you call that though?
Stained glass.
Stained glass.
So it's you'll see it on cathedrals
Right.
and stuff. We took the inspiration.
You have a pair of jeans that's with the wedding gown material.
With the lace,
The
yeah.
lace, that's
It's
fire.
these, but they're the blue ones.
Right.
These are the all white ones. Yeah.
You killed those, bro.
Thank you.
You really killed those. And sometimes I love the scriptures you be having written on some of your jeans too. I love it. That's why I say your creations are just not they are art pieces. They represent something. It's a style you are given. It's what I'm looking for. It's just not designing, bro. You're giving a lifestyle.
It's a message, yeah.
Yes, a message. There
Yeah.
you go. And it's positive at the same time, 100% positive. That's one thing I like about your clothing. It's sunshine. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You see this, you look happy. I get compliments all the time, anytime I wear your stuff.
Yeah, and that's one thing we really are leaning into now, because when I was younger, I really leaned into the end of the world and apocalypse now sort of vibes, where it's just where the world is now, people don't want to see all that negative energy, and it's I don't want to be known to just be yo, that's crazy or that's edgy. It's really, it's we just want to create beautiful pieces that are timeless, that people could hand down to their children and be yo, this is from 2020 when it was crazy in the world, but like, we got these crazy ass pants though.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you do, man. Like, we're gonna leave it on that note right there, man. You make some dope stuff, man. And
I appreciate you, Billy.
Once again, man, I appreciate your time and this opportunity to sit here with you, man. New York, next up, at BRAVADO.